Hi, my name's Andrew Remely. I'm a building designer working in the Canberra region. In this video, I'm going to show you the quickest and easiest way to create site plans in Revit for projects in New South Wales and the ACT. For site information, we're going to use the Abacus tool. So the first thing you need to do is pick the state your project's in, then search for your project. You'll see the boundary. Now create a detailed report. So in the ACT, the block reports contain a lot of information such as trees and easements, buildings and boundaries. In New South Wales, it's not quite as much information, but it's still pretty useful. The block reports also include information such as the block and section number, the zoning, the block size, and things like heritage and bushfire overlays. Now, once you've found your block, you need to export it. So use this export function and a DXF file will be emailed to your address. Okay, now let's just jump over to Revit and start building a basic site plan. So first of all, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. In your projects, you need to have one level set to absolute zero. In my projects, I use the project base. So this needs to be 0 meters above sea level. Well, this will all become a little bit clearer as we go. Okay, let's import the CAD file. So import CAD, find the file that you've downloaded. Now set this to the 0 level that you've got. So in my case, project base. Hit open. Let's just zoom out. And there you go. That's the CAD file imported. Now I'm going to just show you how to create a topo surface. So go to 3D. So in the 3D view, you can see the CAD file information at 0 meters and contour lines, which are floating above the CAD file. These are the actual real world heights above 0 meters for the contours. So they actually give you the real heights and the real levels. So let's just now jump in and create the topo surface. From import, from CAD, click on the CAD file, check none, check contours, you just want the contours. And there you go, that's the topo surface created, it's that simple. Right, and let's start building out a basic site plan. So just jump to the site view, just temporarily hide the topo surface, zoom in, you can see the CAD file. It's brought all of that information from the report into your drawing. I'm going to start with a property line. I'm going to do this by sketching and using the pick line tool. I'm just going to quickly pick out the boundaries. Then I'm going to annotate it with a label that has the bearings and the distances. This is in my template. Right, now we're starting to get the basics of a reasonable site plan. So in my site plans, I just use fill regions to show basic details. It's probably not quite the right way of doing it, but it's pretty fast. So just go to annotate, get a region. I'm going to start with a tree. This is a big old mature tree on my block. Pick that out. Right, now I'm going to just show the existing structure. Again, I'm just going to pick out this from the CAD file, just clicking on the building boundaries. Now in the ACT, the block report has pretty good information and most reports have a building boundary. In New South Wales, they're not so accurate. Now I'm just going to show you easements. So the block report does have easement information. This is very useful. That should be structure. Right now, click out here. We're going to do the easements. So this is the easement down here. Bam, bam. And there we go with the easement. And we're starting to get what looks like a reasonable first start pass at a site plan. Now just click on the DXF file. You don't need this anymore, so hide the element. Now unhide the topo surface. Now let's just talk about contour lines. By default, Revit sets these at 500 mil intervals. So I'll just show you what I mean. I'll draw a contour label. You can see they're at 500. Now, in the ACT, these need to be at 250 mil intervals. So you actually need to show more contour lines on your drawings. Now, this catches people out and certainly caused me a bit of angst about how to change the display of this, but I'll show you quickly how to do that. So go over to topo, click on the topo surface, go over to edit type, go to contour displays, change this from 1000 to 500 and 500 to 250. Apply, hit OK. Now you can see it's added in extra contour lines and they're at 250 mil intervals. Now we're starting to get what looks like a bit of a site plan. Now just zoom out. We're going to tidy up the cropping, the view cropping. So click on the crop lines, get rid of those. Now I like to have my drawing cropped at 3000 mil away from the property boundaries. That shows a little bit of contour lines just extending past the boundaries. We just used the pick line tool to do that. Now just hide that. So now we've got the start of a not bad, very quick site plan. Now just jump over to the site view. I'll just move that over there to show you what's going on. You can see basic information. Now you obviously go through here and add in more details and annotations, things like the block title and the street labels, but you get the basic idea. Right, so just to recap, use the Abacus Block Report tool to find your site and get detailed information such as boundaries, contours, and easements. Import that into Revit, create the topo surface, and then do the annotation. If you like this video and you found it useful, give me a thumbs up. Thank you.